Good morning. I have no idea what date it is. I will probably tell you that later. But today I was hoping to do some work on the big project for this period. Unfortunately, I cannot do that since I do not have something to cut pattern shapes from. So I'm waiting for that. The dungarees twill is still over there. I went sort of fabric shopping yesterday, but I could not find a fabric that really speaks to me to make the actual dungarees out. So that project is also on hold. Hopefully Monday morning I'll be able to go to another fabric market to find maybe fabrics over there. In the meantime, I would like to continue onwards because I do have a few more projects that need doing. So these are of course my two lists, and I was looking through them. Patchwork Bear is in progress. I didn't do much the past few days, but I did do a bit of work whilst I was in the train. Three Rocha Jacket is on hold until I have pattern shapes. Dungarees is on hold until I have fabrics. These are truly to be done after I finish this list, or truly cannot work on this list anymore, which brings me to the Daisy blouse, which is one project I can do because I have the fabrics for it and I probably have buttons, and all I need to do is find a pattern or alter a pattern that I already have. I'm hoping this project will go relatively quickly because I just would like to have this done. However, I still need to make some samples about the pin tucking because I don't know how to do that. I don't have a lot of fabric, so I think I'm going to just cut out all of the pieces that I need and then use these scraps to do these samples with. I thought I'd printed a picture of it, but I didn't. However, I did kind of sketch it out, and here it's sketched out with either long sleeves or 3/4, but the fabric was quite expensive, so I only got 1.25 meters, which is enough to make a short sleeve version. But basically it is a blouse with a front panel that has pin tucks that are basically sewn over to, I don't know, create a cool effect. I think I've already shown you the fabric, but here it is in a little bit more detail. It's a cotton with these woven in daisies. And the back is a little bit fragile, but I'm hoping if I just simply wash this either in a washing bag or in a pillowcase or just right side out, it is not that vulnerable. However, I really want to make a blouse out of this. I've been looking through all my pattern magazines and I found this one that I thought could work pretty well. But I also have this one that I have used and reworked and used again, so I'm unsure. I might see what pieces these have just to see if I can get my vision to come true. So I just put on the very first blouse I made from that pattern, and it still fits quite well. I could use some more room here around the upper chest, and I could also use a little bit more width in the shoulder, maybe just a centimeter. And I know I don't like, I don't know if I can, I don't like putting it up all the way to here because it feels a bit stuffy, and I think that also comes from the shoulder. But I might add some width to the center back to let the shoulders out in the center back instead of doing that from the shoulders, and then do some adjusting there. I have cut everything, almost everything out. I only need to do like basically the standing collar, which I have plenty for, and the binding for the hems everywhere. But I'm gonna let this rest because I have this little bag that I would like to recreate, just a slightly bit bigger so this one can fit in it and it can zip up. Wish me luck, I need this tomorrow. And we have a new, basically a body bag. This is, I don't know, about 1.5 size, 1.5 times the size the other one was, and my bottle fully fits in it, so I'm happy. I've got a nice new bag, and this took me about 2.5 hours to make, I think, something like that. So that's ending the day on a good note for once. Today was quite productive, not as productive as I'd hoped it would be. I really hoped I would have gone up to the sewing stages of that blouse, but I'm really happy with this little bag because every time I grab that bag I'm like, I need to make myself a new one. And now I finally felt like, okay, I need this bag tomorrow, I need to make myself a new one, and I just used some stuff that I had laying around and I scrapped some together, and it has like a dark blue zipper instead of a black one. But it's fine and it's functional and it's big enough, and I'm very happy with that. So I'm definitely ending the day on a good note, and that will probably be it for this video.